some notions there. So let's kind of give a listen here to our boy Raiz, and then we can make adjustments as I go.
A Templar run, however, Templar does not get Fire Trap, and Fire Trap is a huge boost in speed.
Right. So first thing, he cheats. He uses a different character, and then he takes the character's item. First thing, cheater Raiz. That's how we're gonna mark it.
Just about
so this
anybody.
is a what?
The end game goal
Shadow?
of this character
Is that a
was
character?
to play Flame Blast Totems, and we do switch in normal.
Get Fire Trap.
When you have Ancestral Bond, you can't deal damage, but traps are
do
not
that.
considered your
Watching a
damage,
stream
therefore
of a
you
guy
can
watching
still do
video.
it.
Yes.
So right now what we're doing is we're getting a Fire Trap. We're also looking for movement speed boots at the vendor. We're looking for potential wands or scepters with the right colors just for us.
Thanks, Narco.
And then we will be relogging onto our Templar, picking everything up from the stash, and continuing from there on.
All right, so an important thing to note from what he said, all that stuff. First thing, he's a cheater. Second thing is wands important to shop early, right? So we're gonna want to be looking for specific colors / links. That's gonna be very important. What we can kind of find along the way, and then maybe additionally plus skills. But I think that's going to be more rare. We're more often than not going to have to do our own stuff. My cat's watching me learn the speedrun as I watch Mr. Llama watch a video for how he's learned. Yeah.
Is links. So a triple blue link, because those will be.
All right. Triple blue. That's our first thing. And this is very important. MS boots will be later, yes. That's just the one section. Triple blue link. I mean, let's listen to his reasoning, but like writing down each specific link that he specifies and goes through is going to be super important for what we need to kind of do here. Or scepters. Scepters are better than wands. Yeah, but there is a problem with scepters. I think you couldn't use them. Maybe Templar could, but not Witch. Maybe I was thinking Witch.
The colors for our Firestorm.
But yeah, scepters allow you to double dip, right? But wands don't.
Or scepter. And then I'm looking for a blue, blue, red also for a.
All right. I wish I could see what he just picked. Was that Fire Trap?
Links. So a triple blue link, because those will be the colors for our Firestorm.
Highlight items like triple. Yeah, I'm gonna use a speedrunning filter.
Or scepter.
Okay.
And I'm looking for a.
Dang it.
Blue, blue, red also for a Firestorm totem setup, and also when we switch to the Flame Blast totem.
Okay, so let's see. Pretty good learner. Yeah, use logout macro instead of load to town. It depends how fast your connection is, honestly. See, that's something that like right now I'm not going to write down. Or if you write it down, you can write that down as a note, as just kind of like always log out whenever, right? But like that's something that right now there's too much stuff to learn. That you don't want to think about those little things, right? Like if I'm going to teach you Diablo 2, I don't want you watching, how I telekinesis waypoints or how quickly I burn through, like looking through things or that I, whatever with those things, right? I don't want you to really focus on that stuff. I want you to focus on builds that I'm doing. I want you to focus on maybe positioning and monster levels that I am in specific places. Those are the more important things. Things like log out and log back in, save quits to save 3 seconds. You'll add that in once you get better at the game. So that's not stuff that you really want to be thinking about too early. So right now I'm guessing he's looking for those wand / scepter / whatever setups.
Totems, those are also our colors.
Oh, he found movement speed boots. All right. Right. So there's your plus MS boots. And yeah, I mean that's all we need from him right there.
We do get movement speed boots here.
Pretty lucky.
Basically set up this whole run. You can see that I de-equip.
Okay, so now we're looking for the wands.
Check for items with +1 to skill gems. That's a huge boost, and we will be crafting weapons like that later on.
Right. My mic is low? What? Is my mic really low? Should I just lower Raiz down a little bit? I can drop him some. Doesn't mention that's new to the racing is the search function. Can I search like movement speed and it'll show me if any boots in there have movement speed or +1 to skills? Mike's not low. Okay. You just crazy devour.
Don't really get any of those. We do
Makes
get
sense.
a 3-linked scepter. Make sure to put your flasks and everything into your stash because you can...
Alright. Then, quit character. Yes, you can. Oh, that's a new thing now. Man, if you can search. Huh. Alright. Tip. Search feature in shops. MS plus skills. I'll have to come up with what are the best things. That's going to be important. Coming up with the best things. Yeah, have it in, yeah, movement speed, but also like plus skills and stuff. That'll be really important. Quick care, or everything in stash. Quick care. Templar. Cool.
Vendor 3 flasks into a higher tier flask. In this case, it's small flask for a medium flask, which potentially can save you wisdom scrolls.
MS plus skills,
Which is a
also
big
one
deal.
scepter with links.
And as you can see, there also...
Yep. But you can't really search
You don't really kill any
one
mobs
scepters
here,
with links. I mean, you just look
and
at it, right? That's
we do
obvious because
open
you can
chests
actually
that
see
are
those.
on the way, but you don't get too crazy with running up for chests.
So big things to
and,
note. Kill
stuff
nothing.
like that. I am also picking up everything from Hillock because a huge focus of what you're
Except
doing in
Hillock.
Act 1 is getting transmutes and alterations. To get transmutes, you vendor unidentified, magical, or rare items. And to get
So you'll just look for that
alterations,
stuff.
you
That'll be
vendor
fine.
identified rare items that don't have 6 affixes. With 6 affixes, they vendor for an augment. And that's mainly what we're focusing
Every time
on.
you level
You do not
up.
want to use a chest piece. You do not want to use a
Wait,
shield because both of those
Wouldn't it be every time you re-enter town? Vendors reset? Or is that? Yeah, because every time you enter town, they reset, I thought.
slow you down depending on the base, more or less, but either way.
Right. So, I mean, and that's a basic thing that you want to think about. No chest or shield minus MS, which is the same as in only on level up. Wow. All right. I feel like I want a tips page up here. Vendors reset only on level up. It's really good to know, actually. I guess every time I've come back, I've always just been a higher level. Yeah, you can open chests. Yeah. I mean, that's one of those things that, once again, I don't think you need to write down. You know, if it's on your way, you'll open the chest. If not, okay, you kind of leave it alone.
They do give you minus movement.
So he just got Molten Strike. I'm guessing that's because he's going to use that for selling later to make a ruby ring. Molten Strike from Tarkleigh.
Have you ever seen the true face of God, Exile?
Is that extra loud or is that just me? Yo, not gay fabulous 3 months in a row. What is up? Welcome back to Llamas of the Round. I am correct. Cool. Cool.
Movement speed, and that's just not optimal.
Okay, so right there, I'm guessing he was looking for scepters.
Shield, because both of those
For
slow
3
you down
socket
depending on the
scepters, right?
base,
Are those
more
all
or
scepters
less,
on the
but
right
either
side of
way,
Tarkleigh?
They do give you minus movement speed, and that's just
That is a mace scepter, yeah. Okay, so he's looking for
not
scepters.
optimal. Movement speed is key.
No
Quicksilvers
good
are key.
links.
You can do
That's good spell damage on that, but no good
a lot of
links.
stuff with that.
So it looks like he's looking for a plus skills right now. I don't know if I like it on like a 1 link, you know, or a 1 socket. Look for 3 links again. / plus skills. I guess you can re-roll. You can re-roll that.
Again, I am checking the vendors on both characters, picking up everything that we got from the other character. I am buying some skill gems over here, and you can see that I also
Spark
saved
and
the
freezing
shield.
pulse. All right. by spark / freezing pulse. That's on fire. Perfect sound. Just on the headset. Perfect. Hey, thanks, Moses. I love you too, man.
The reason why I saved the shield is that is because we will be
yeah, most of the time it's that.
Mainly focusing on armor and evasion items. If we can't get armor evasion, we will be using evasion. It builds up our entropy.
Ooh,
and
where did he get that? Where did he get that
Brutus
blue red? Oh, I think he found that last time. He found that before. Triple blue link and blue red. I think blue red is actually better if you're gonna run Firestorm Totem, because the totem support.
Easier. So we're looking for fishscale gloves, battered helmets, a scale vest that we equip just for that fight, and in this case also we do have the shield, so we can, if we are lacking gear to do more damage to him, we can always equip the shield instead of one of the weapons if we don't have like a really good weapon, which we probably won't, to get that.
What is this?
Also, a little trick that I
crap?
showed there is that if you have your move only bound anywhere else, so you can see that it's on my space over here. If you have it bound anywhere else other than your mouse button, you can actually run around with items in your hand, and that's really profitable because even when you're changing zones, you can immediately allows us to fight.
I wanna listen to this again.
A lot easier. So we're looking for fishscale gloves, battered helmets, a scale vest that we equip just for that fight, and in this case also we do.
Okay, let's mark these
The
things.
reason why I saved the shield is because we will be mainly focusing on armor and evasion items.
Armor /
If we can't get
evasion.
armor evasion, we will be using evasion. It builds up our entropy and allows us to fight Brutus a lot easier. So we're looking for fishscale gloves, battered helmets, a scale vest that we equip just for that fight, and in this case also we do have the shield, so we can, if we are lacking gear to do more damage to him, we can always equip the shield instead of one of the weapons if we don't have like
that's
a
good to know.
weapon, which we probably won't.
So that right there is good to know, because Brutus is a very tough fight when you're speedrunning. Ooh, fire trap. Fire trap. He has Spark right now. Watching streamer, commenting stream. Right, exactly. He has... Does he have fire trap right now? I'm not sure. But fire trap is pretty good for that early stuff.
That. Also, a little trick that I showed there is that...
Let's hear this.
If you have your move only bound anywhere else, so you can see that it's on my space over here. If you have it bound anywhere else other than your mouse button, you can actually run around with items in your hand, and that's really profitable.
Oh, okay, because he's pressing space, and then
immediately start running and all that sort of stuff. It is very nice. And here we're just running to Hellrake.
Cool.
If you see the ramp, go the other way. 90% of the time is the right way to go. We don't see the ramp over here, therefore this layout is very short. And we just try to pull Hellrake in a position.
If you see the ramp, go the other way. That is good to know. I kind of want to make like map notes. So we're at Hellrake, whatever. Map. If you see ramp, go other way, because I've always wondered which way to run on that, and I've never known, and that's good.
Position where we can kind of shotgun him with Spark, yeah. So we've got him on the boat. We got a good boat spawn. Normally you might want to put him over here, but we got a good boat spawn where there's not a lot of room for the sparks to go anywhere. So if we have a crit, we can actually chain shock him, and he dies really freaking fast. Okay. We did get fishscale gloves there.
Go other way. Boat. Fire trap / freeze pulse. Okay. So fire trap is what you get from that other character. Which we have cheater, shadow, get fire trap. That's right.
There, and a scale vest, but the scale vest is blue, therefore we will be selling it for the transmute shards. Something else that you can do if you're playing Templar.
I mean, something obvious right there, but good to note anyways, is you're going to be picking up the Quicksilver. I think that's obvious, but that's fine.
You can, on the Shadow Mule...
Okay, so right here, there is a triple blue link down the bottom left. So I'm guessing we're going to buy that.
We had again,
Yep,
I
there
am
we go.
checking
Okay.
vendors every time, and if you don't have movement speed boots, you would be checking your vendors every time. On that shadow, you can actually do Hellrake also, right?
Don't forget level threshold for max experience gains. Yeah, we're going to start focusing on levels as we get forward. Because right now we've killed nothing. All we've killed is Hillock and Hellrake. That's it. You freeze pulse if your vendor at a +1, you can afford, and you can't afford spark. Okay. Yeah. Spark because it reflects back and it gets the same bounce back. Yep. Okay.
And a lot of people ask if that's efficient. And it's based off of RNG. Most of the time it's efficient. The second Quicksilver won't really benefit you much until like almost
follow
at
the
3,
river here.
depending on the class that you're playing. So do keep
And
that in
then
mind.
there's
Essentially,
certain
if you
maps to
find
just
a
kind of
Quicksilver
know.
before like Northern Forest, if you've done Bandit.
So map knowledge I'm keeping more separate. I have like a little bit of stuff over here, but I have a whole notebook wherever it is that kind of has like tips on maps. So if there's something additional, I'm going to watch more of that and kind of take notes, such as if you see the ramp for Hellrake, because I didn't know that before. But other than that, I'm probably not going to do a ton with the map stuff, because there's not a lot to, because I've already got that kind of written down.
Muling a Quicksilver.
But yeah, this one is purely following that little river. You're either going to have basically a pyramid or you're going to have like a straight line, depending which one you get, what map.
We also got an easy mud flats layout. Very, very easy. So we've got 2 of the bigger items for fighting Brutus. And usually you don't really get those.
Okay, where can I see his level? Is there any way that I can see his level? I know, right, Hunter? His level easily.
Like prior to
he's level 2
we're
right
feeling
now,
good.
but I'm
We're
just
feeling
wondering.
good. We got the map.
All right, so that's something that I want to start noting down, right? Now that we're past this part, now we're going to start going to, no, he's level 2 because you see he can't use his medium life flask yet. He's almost level 3. So you want to say level 3, entering, you can see in the chat box when he levels up. Okay, cool. Level 2, oh yeah, that's right, it does. 2 to 3 entering submerged. Because this is going to be very key. This is like, in Diablo 2, this is probably one of the most forgotten, unknown things of speedrunning, or unimportant. Like, it's really important, but people don't think it is, right? Ignored, whatever you want to say, of speedrunning, is people will sit there and, I'll go kill Andariel, let's say, in 32 minutes. Something like that. And somebody will go and kill Andariel in like 33 minutes. And they'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm killing it. I'm right there with you. And I'm not trying to say like, no, you're crap, you're way below me. But a big thing that they don't recognize is they killed Andariel at like level 11, whereas I'm level 14 at that time. And that is such a huge difference because as soon as you get into Act 2, some frame drops, we're still okay. As soon as you get into Act 2, now your character's completely screwed, right? And that is a huge, huge, huge thing that you really need to focus on. If you ever want to learn about speedrunning or best leveling practices or whatever it is, in these sorts of games, ARPGs, biggest things that you can take note of is what levels and like life totals and stuff do people have in every area that they get to. What a resistance is like, yada, yada, yada. Because it'll bite you in the butt if you aren't quite
I do have
keeping
the wand
right.
basis for my weapons, like I talked about before. That's why we were checking vendors so much. The blue, 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 and also blue, blue, red, and we will be crafting.
Okay, yeah. So we do need a blue, 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 and a blue, blue, red. Those are the 2 wands we need. Perfect.
+1.
Right, and we'll craft +1
gems on it. Later on, and I will explain the recipe and everything about that later. We do get a Haku. So the thing is,
okay, so
when it
it's
comes
level
to
3
Haku
there.
And masters in general, I get a little bit confused here, but generally, if you go to the left in this layout, it's always just run to the left until you find the ledge. But when it comes to masters, they do change your layout. The breaches change your layout. Essences change your layout. So
Yep.
this is a lot easier when you're racing, when it's the start of a new league.
3 under, yeah. Yep. But it does vary. That is the formula, but it varies based on what your actual kill speed is, things like that.
It does get pretty difficult sometimes determining where you're supposed to go because, again, you get confused. And we do get a really lucky drop here, which is the transmute's pretty lucky too. We don't have to focus as much on picking up blue items for the transmutes, but a Quicksilver, and it's a Quicksilver from level 5 zone.
Double Quicksilver.
So what this means is that we can roll Adrenaline on it. Adrenaline is a...
Okay. Double Quicksilver. Things I want to note. I want to skill. Ooh, let's see. How should I do this? Let's go with... Okay. We need to go here. I'm going to bring up another notepad. Oh my gosh. You're not going to let me do it, are you? There we go. There we go. Okay. I'm going to bring up another notepad, and I'm going to stack it. Right there. Add window capture. Cool. All right, we'll do that. And this one is going to be called skills. Leveling. All right, maybe just leveling. Passive tree, passive tree. Yeah, we'll go with passive tree. So level 2, elemental, level 3, elemental, and perfect.
Additional movement speed, so we are focusing now on making sure.
I mean, once again, this is a dream start. You don't have to worry about the fact that he found 2 Quicksilvers. You're probably not going to find 2 Quicksilvers in your run. Whatever, right? That's not the stuff that you need to really care about right now.
That we will have enough transmutes to buy everything, and then make our Quicksilver magical, and potentially later on even spam alteration it.
So there's a battered helm, right? Once again, that's good for Brutus later on.
Into getting adrenaline. I swap out my helmet there for just a little bit better colors. This one has a blue-green color, I believe, which makes...
Yeah, he also got the MS boots. That's true.
Which makes for our links on our fire trap while we're running through zones. It's just better because we can attach added lightning in there, yeah. Obviously, ledge is pretty straightforward layout. No problem. No problem. And again, we are...
So he's level 4 in ledge. Let's see. So he didn't even... He entered ledge at 3.5.
Getting those alterations and those transmutes. Also, as you can see, I am only killing big packs.
Yep.
And blue pack.
Alright, spell damage for level 4. So let's open up this notebook. Level 4. Spell damage.
This is something you also focus on. You rarely kill rares unless they're really squishy or you've critted them or something. You should rarely ever go for rares. You should mainly go for big packs that you can one-shot with a fire trap. This is easier with a shadow. It's more difficult with a witch. Templar's kind of a little bit in the middle, but I am using...
I think that's important to write down. Is don't attack rares. Just big groups / blues.
One dagger, one scepter, which doesn't exactly make for enough damage. But if you were to be lucky and have like a +1 to fire gems here on a scepter.
Okay, level 5, we're going spell damage again. I'm guessing level 6 is also going to be spell damage. But let's make sure that we put that right there.
there, you would be one-shotting just about anything. And then the Burning Ground would also finish things off pretty alright. So the reason why I talked about the levels is because primarily throughout the entire run, the general idea of what you're trying to do in terms of levels and where you're trying to be in terms of how many mobs you're killing is being 3 levels under the
so
level
here's
of
that
the zone,
formula.
and then every 16 levels of your character, it's plus 1 more level. So if you're in...
So he enters climb. 5.5, we'll say.
In a level 10 zone, you want to be level 7. If you...
So they all say these things, but I mean, like, look, he was level 5 in a level 6 zone, right? So you have to remember, because people always say that. They're like, oh no, you want to be level 4 right now in this level 7 zone and stuff. Early game's a little bit different, and even still, as you move on, it's not always the same exact thing.
Jesus, there's a lot of pop-ups on this video.